So now I can put the top back on it. I'm pretty sure the paint is almost dry, but the top doesn't really touch it. So as long as we don't touch it on the way on.
I'm short.
He's short. What's up, Brite Nation? As you remember, stepchild went through some pretty major surgery the last couple of months. And like I've said before, one upgrade always leads you to do another upgrade, which leads you to do another upgrade. And that's where we're at right now. We're nailing down all the little things left on the stepchild. I know it looks pretty major, there's no interior. But as you remember, I got the front half done. I'm still waiting on some more mat to do the rear. But what we're gonna focus on today is the ADS coilovers in the front and getting the rear bar, the towers plated or gusseted. We got to put some sort of reinforcement in here, but I'll show you what the dilemma is in a minute. The first outing that it had, one of the tires actually spun off one of these caps because it articulated so high because she's got so much flex. We're going to take care of that today. And the reason that it's here in this location is because at the time we ordered it, we just kind of threw out a hose length that we needed. So this is just where they ended up. And then after we put the Next Venture Motorsports fenders on here, I realized, I bet you that this guy will fit up inside the fender and not come in contact with the wheel anymore. So Kevin got a hold of the guys over at ADS and they sent me a blank can so that I can make a mounting bracket. Oh, and they sent me these cool little guys too. These are their little clamps, because they didn't have them before. They gave me a set when we were there last time, if you remember, and that's how we got this thing ready for SEMA. So that's what these are. So what I'm going to do today is build a bracket to get it inside this fender. So Kevin and I discussed actually just bolting the clamps to the center fender. That poses two problems. One, the clearance that I have in here to put a bolt, but the clamps is very tight. So what we would have to do is mount the can in the fender first and then mount the fender onto the Jeep. Can't do that because then you lose these 3 bolts and you can't get back there to tighten those up because then there's a can in the way. So what I'm gonna have to do is build a plate to house the can that'll bolt up to these 2 bolts right here, which is basically what I have this plate. This plate goes behind this and you can see it's SEMA quality here. But we're gonna build a new plate to get rid of that plate and make it pan and come up. So then I can mount the reservoir to the plate and then bolt the plate up with these 2 bolts. And so that's what we're gonna get done today. We're gonna start that right now. And I think this guy will fit in here. It does just nicely. So it'll fit right there. There's no way that tire's coming up that high. The hoses will clear that. And that was Kevin's original idea, was to just mount that guy in there. That's when you get your cardboard dated design out. You just whip up a couple of measurements in here. The first thing we do is we just pull a couple of quick dimensions, and I just came up with it'll sit in there just like that. So then we'll mount the 2 bars to that, and then we can have this whole thing, we can mount the reservoir in it and then bolt it in with these 2 bolts right here. So I'm just gonna grab some metal and start bending. That's how it's gonna sit. Nice. Okay. Well, I can't. Anyway, now let's get that cut out of a piece of aluminum. And I have a piece of 90 thousandths 50-52. I can definitely get 2 of them out of there. Am I gonna go for it right now? Probably. I'll get 2 flat ones cut out then, and we'll be right back here on the bench. And just like that, we have a left and a right. So now we're gonna get some holes plotted out in this for the 1/4-20 hardware to hold the clamp on there, and then we'll probably try to figure out where these 2 holes are. That's probably gonna be the hardest. Go back here and get some hardware. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look, I can count. So that's mounted, and then the can will fit just inside. Whoop. Like that. See, and this is what I needed. So this is where that bulkhead is, but I needed to move this guy over. So now I'm going to throw this in the bender, and I'll get this bent up a little bit, and we'll just go little by little until it fits in there, because I have no idea what the degree is, and I'm just going to do it by eye. Bend number 1 on the old Harbor brake. Looks pretty promising. So now I'm just going to bend this bottom one at 90, and it should lay right in there. And there you have it, folks. That's what she looks like. Yeah, I know I had it in the vise, and I put a little dinker right there in the bottom. But so now we're just got to get this whole inner fender and the old canister out of there, and we'll figure out how well this mounts in there. Alright, so now that we got the fender out of here, you can see that this guy will fit. And now I don't have to make a bracket. All I gotta do is mark the bottom of this thing and get it all drilled up in there, get it mounted, and we should be good. And then duplicate this on the other side. In a perfect world, I should be able to put the can in that and then tighten it up into the fender, and we shall see. Just slide the can in here. We would tighten this up right now. So there's a pinch. Aha, see? I mean, I guess you could tighten up the pinch bolt and then mount this on this. This is going to be a process, but it's going to look really trick in the end. Or I flip them around like this so that I just tighten them from the top on both of them. But then as you can see, this side will be off a little bit. I don't think it's really going to matter. Just going to be a slight gap right there. Who cares? Let's see if this fits in there now in its current state. All right, and then abracadabra. There's a little bit of clearance to the fender, so that'll be good. I mean, that's as tight as she's gonna be. I mean, from up here, she's pretty buried. A lot better than hanging down. I mean, she's up there, right? Not too shabby. Still get to both hoses, no problem. Just gotta do the other side. And you know the other side always takes like a quarter of the time because you already got it worked out over here, so let's see if we can build another one. Record time, 15 minutes. There you have it, folks. 2 of them done. On to the next part. Well, now that those are done, I can get those off, prepped and painted. I can get the old stuff back on there because it still needs to be drivable. And then we'll work on the back. So let me get this front end back together, and then we'll move to the back. Let's talk about this rear bar. We have a couple of options here. Obviously, welding a bar directly from tower to tower would be the best. But if you do that, you can no longer take the body off of the chassis because the towers are part of the chassis. I could weld little nubs on here and put little bar clamps, but again, it'll be too far outside of this box and it won't, you can't take the chassis off. So unfortunately, I'm left with building a bolt plate. So I'll bolt a plate on here with a tower bar that'll go across. It's gonna be better than nothing, but that's pretty much what I got. Probably use like 4 3/8 bolts, so there's some strength there. All it's really doing is keeping the towers from moving. I'm not worried about the chassis collapsing or anything or not being there. I'm just trying to add some support to the top of these towers. I already got the plates cut out and I already got 48-inch bar. So we will start with bolting these plates into the tower and then we'll go bend up a bar. Got them all cleaned up, got them all drilled in, got them bolted up. Now we just bend up a 1 3/4 bar. I was gonna do 1 1/2, but I think it looks too small, so we're gonna do 1 3/4, which is the same I did the top of the cage with. I think it'll look really good. I'm gonna go eyeball it and probably hit it at like 40-degree bends, and we'll go from there. Now the bender is still outside. It's a whopping 20 degrees outside, so I will not be taking you out there because that's where my bender is currently. I'm just gonna go whip up 2 bends real quick. Whew, it is chilly out there, but hey, not bad. It's flat. I don't know, I eyeballed that sucker. a little bit, but hey, I just gotta get that fitted and cut and welded up. And as we go and fit this guy in here, she's looking pretty good. She's only about 1 inch over, which is awesome. It's gonna put our bender right at about the top of the box. And then we'll get it all cleaned up. So that thing will drop about another 3-4 inches from there. So pretty awesome. That bar is exactly 90 degrees to this plate, which is gonna make cutting this very easy. So I just centered it up on the bars and I gotta go about 4.5 inches up, slice that sucker, and it should sit all the way down here and everybody will be happy. All right, she's pulled out, welded up, set back in there. She looks amazing. Now I gotta build some caps. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that, but I think I know how I'm gonna seal them. I'm basically gonna build a cap here with no face, or just a flange on a face, and then I'm gonna bolt a big piece of rubber that's slotted, and then this whole cap will be covered in carpet, so you won't see it anyway. And then the top cap will have carpet that's gonna hang down about an inch, inch and a half, and it's gonna Velcro to the tower, so you can flip it up, you can bolt the cap on there, and then you can flip down the carpet and Velcro it on. And I'll probably use button heads, probably 1024s, so you won't see any of it. So once I have these top caps made, then we get to go to Dynamat, and then by then the carpet should be here, because I ordered some carpet that is going to be, it's the same color black, it's just a cut pile black interior carpet without the backing, so there's no extra insulation in there, so it should conform really nice to these caps once I get them done. I don't know, it's my first time, sort of. So this is what we came up with. This is what the top looks like, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and cut it out and bend it up and see if this will fit on the top of the tower. All right, I know this is gonna sound funny, but I totally forgot where I put you guys. You guys were hanging up there, and I was looking all over the place for the phone. I got one bent up, so let's see how she fits. A little bit of shim shaving to do, but check that out. I mean, it fits pretty darn good. It's right there to the lip. It is the right length on this side. Fits really good. It needs to like twist this way a little bit, and this front needs to come in, but there's a gap back here. But I think I'm gonna put some inserts all the way around, and then we'll get this boy bolted down. We'll get some in the front and across down here, and it should fit pretty good. And every time, you always learn all the tips and tricks on the first one, and the second one takes you like 15 minutes. All right, it took me 25 minutes, but I mean, this one even looks better. All this one looks better. It fits really, really, really good. Those hoses just need to be swiveled back. It's just, this is so far up the bar that it's pulling. That'll rotate out. Anyway, that's the max that these hoses can go. And they're just barely touching. So yeah, we're gonna drill that guy and get some inserts into that too. This is not bolted down yet, but it goes right there. Pretty rad. So I'm gonna wrap it up for the night. Tomorrow I'm gonna take it all back apart, get it all painted up, final bolt together, and then finish dynamatting the inside and finish getting the carpet in. So excited to do that. We're almost done. All right, so this morning we got everything apart, gave the inside a little spritz. I'm not gonna do the outsides because I have to put some rubber on them still. We got everybody bolted in. Now we can get the sound deadening installed and get the rear carpets and stuff back in, because Kevin has an appointment. That's right, it's going back to ADS so that we can get these shock hoses all figured out and everything mounted properly. So my goal today is to just get the sound deadening back in, get the carpet back in, get the rear seats in, get it wired and put the plastics in so we can put the top on it, so we can put this thing on a trailer and get it to Arizona. And it's all wrapped up. I'm gonna put some silver stuff down. I still gotta punch the holes in this guy, so that'll bolt back down on there. So I'm gonna line this with that silver stuff, 2 pieces under the back seat, and then we'll get ready to put the cover back in. We've already ran into our first problem. These hoses need to be rotated so this basically flips over to the other side of the bar, but I can't right now. And with that being said, I can't get this piece of plastic back in there because the hose is too tight. So I'm gonna have to take these off. So when they get back down to ADS, they're gonna have to rotate those so they can spin them and put them back on. So I'm gonna have to take these off for now. So I was putting the interior back in, and I just kind of cut off a couple of tabs, and it actually fits. And there's 2 bolts. The seat belt hold it up on this side. So now I gotta just gut the center bar and see if I can get that up there. Then the interior might actually look complete from the outside. The only problem we're gonna have is from here, but I don't even know if you're gonna notice that because the top comes back here. I mean, you might see this little gap, but I might have to put a couple of tabs in here just to hold the center. It actually might work. So I'm gonna get the other side cut, then we'll work on the middle. But I gotta get the interior back in this thing because we gotta get it to Arizona. Wouldn't you know it, I get everything done. All I got left to do is put the roof on it, and Kevin leaves. Kevin left like 10 minutes ago. Didn't even know. So now I gotta wait for Kevin to get back so we can put the roof on it, and then we'll see what it looks like. The paint came in. This is Montana Hardcore. This stuff is nothing but pigment. This is the most colorful spray paint you will ever use. You can't find it in stores. You gotta order it or get it from like a spray paint supply place. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this cage prepped and painted real quick before Kevin shows up, so then we can put the top on, and then I don't have to take it back off, because I was thinking about that. I was like, man, if I put this all together, I gotta take it back apart to paint the bars. But the paint came in today. Woo! So we're gonna get this painted real quick. Kevin's back.
Yeah.
So now we can put the top back on it. I'm pretty sure the paint is almost dry, but the top doesn't really touch it. So as long as we don't touch it on the way on.
I'm short.
He's short. All right, now that the top is installed, you can see I'm not even close with this hanger that everybody was worried about me hitting the roof with, because I knowed that I wasn't gonna hit the roof, because I know there's a big gap up here, plenty far enough away. Looks pretty dope. I just gotta finish modifying that center plastics at some point and stick it up there. I just put the battery on. Hey!
Yeah.
So that works.
All these things I've lived so long without.
The dome lights are on. Switch is on. Let's see. Yeah, switch goes off. Flip the switch, Kev.
Flip the switch.
Did you see your new switch?
Hit
Your new
the switch. Boom.
Oh!
Nice.
So now we have a cargo light.
Yeah. Should never have before.
Yeah. And then the dome lights are on.
Because the doors are open.
Because the doors are off. And it's not blue. It's just got a piece of blue tape on it.
Oh, shit. Boys get it. Oh, that's dope.
Now the compressor.
Uh-oh. That's fine.
I got the leak. Oh, I never put that all the way on. Yeah, so that guy's loose right there because I didn't put it all the way on yet because I was putting it in. Whew. Okay, wow. So that's a trace quater. So let me go get a 3/4 and we'll get that tightened up and see if that leak goes away. Yeah. There's one locker.
Rear locker's leaking.
Rear locker's leaking. Let's look in here. Oh, yep. Not no more. at the top of the. I think it's that little fitting. I'll have to get a 12 in there and get it tight. Ah! Sick. Sweet.
That's it.
Nice. Success. Heated seats work. Oh, the exhaust valve, but we can't test that until we get a valve in it because there's no valve in it right now. So we're just gonna slam some doors back on it, but we're gonna go ahead and close this video out.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Because did you tell them where I was going next or no? You did? Oh, okay. That's gonna be pretty cool.
Because I made the cans. I moved the cans and stuff. So
yeah, it's gonna be a fun 9-hour trip. Yeah, 9 hours each way.
At least you're not driving it with open headers.
No. But I'll go down there, see the guys. They're cool anyway. Do a little video of what they like, what we do for that, and then maybe I can get some more shock tuning out of it. I just love shock tuning. It's kind of like.
How are you gonna shock tune? There's no exhaust.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, you know.
Still waiting for the
Desert.
exhaust to come back. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Hey, we can see how awesome the sound editing is.
yeah.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and share. And remember, you can get all your Lite Brite merch and decals at litebritstudios.com. And we'll see you soon.
Next time. All right, later, guys.
Bye. Yeah.
Should I see the cat skin? The cat skin seats work?
Where's the... Do we have key?
No, no key in there.
No
Yeah, it's
key.
like-
I gotta find the key.